Welcome to another edition of Carnivore Bites. I'm your host, Jeff Sherman, along with Dr. Eric Lopkin, and we are very pleased to have Keith Reynolds. He has a special event that's coming up in the very near future. And Keith, do you also have someone with you?
I do not.
Okay. So last Friday, our last live show of the Carnivore Radio edition, we talked about acquiring the skills that are relevant in today's business world, in today's environment, and maybe you can give a little recap. First of all, let's talk about your event, when it's going to happen, and what it's all about.
Yeah. So starting July 5th, we have a skills navigation program and training program for digital tools from Google and companies like HubSpot and SEMrush around getting a small business up online or helping people find new jobs by adding to their resume and their LinkedIn profiles, or even building an Upwork profile as well. So if these names aren't familiar with people who are listening, these are the kinds of tools that people are using to get jobs today. There are lots of jobs that are going unfilled that pay $30 and $50 an hour when you have experience with these tools and helping create solutions for business, from small businesses all the way up to very large businesses.
Interesting you say that. I'm sure most of our listeners are tech savvy, but let's say some who maybe started their career earlier, the job search, as you mentioned, LinkedIn, among other tools, is quite different than it was 20 years ago. Correct?
Certainly. And it's all about having a network now, especially after the last year, and being able to connect even when you're working from home. And whether you're looking for a job or you're trying to bring clients into your business. The environment has changed so rapidly and so drastically that it's very confusing. There's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of courses out there, and to be able to have a navigator to help you select ones that get you a certification, that are free, that are from a credible company, that are actually going to produce the kinds of skills that can get you a job. That's what we're trying to do. We're not actually going to teach the classes. These companies have the curriculum. We're helping our learners to navigate to them and reduce the confusion.
Dr. Lopkin, you're someone that's well versed in this area. I know that I guess now it's become more traditional, but you're at least one of your kids has gone more of the skill-based route than the 4-year degree. Would you like to elaborate on that and what Keith already has talked about?
Yeah, those skills are so important. And more companies are foregoing the requirement for a 4-year degree in favor of these certifications that these companies offer. So being able to navigate them is very important. And Keith mentioned LinkedIn. The job search itself has changed so much. It used to be a very reactive process. You saw an open position, you sent in a resume, waited, to see if there was an interview. Now, the vast majority of jobs are filled before a job listing is ever posted anywhere. And they're filled by recruiters reaching out to people on LinkedIn, reaching out to their own networks. So if you're first looking for a job now and you're first trying to build your network, you're already behind the 8 ball. You need to build your network now for the job that you may be trying to find a year from now, 2 years from now.
Keith, any thoughts on that? I think Dr. Lopkin has a very good point.
Absolutely. Well, it's interesting. Some of these tools that we're talking about teaching here in this program, and by the way, the program is called Tech Forward with the Stanford Partnership and the Ferguson Library.
And when is the date on that again?
July 5th. Thank you.
July 5th.
We'll keep coming back to that. July 5th at lunch. It's an hour-long support group to help you get these certifications. But to Eric, to what you were just saying, even the job of recruiting today, helping people fill jobs, requires these tools.
Yep.
And these are low and no code jobs, right? It's no longer necessary to know how to write computer code or be a software engineer to get a tech job, but you have to know these tools that are for jobs like in marketing and for recruiting and sales even, so we're really, and the beauty of this program is it's free. So it's helping you sort out the wheat from the chaff and all of these jobs, clear up the confusion because we've curated these things. And then we're going to support people through the learning process. It is a self-paced learning, right? So you have a week to go through the certification program, and we'll have 2 check-ins with our navigators to help people learn these skills, answer questions. Students will be online. They can talk amongst themselves and answer questions. They can link up and have, side study sessions. It's going to be a really exciting program, and you'll come out with a certification that you can place on LinkedIn. It could be on your personal LinkedIn profile, or it could be on your business page for LinkedIn.
Yeah. And speaking of these certifications, I think it's very interesting. Some of the resources could be Google certifications. Maybe before we let you go, let's talk a little bit about that.
So the certifications will be from companies like Google, which has a partnership with the Ferguson Library, and they will have an instructor. And then other companies that have important software are HubSpot, SEMrush, which is a tool for writing and search engine optimization and presenting content so that Google can see it and you'll be found in the search engines. So we have a couple others, but these are generally the tools that are going unfulfilled, to have jobs that are unfulfilled.
Fantastic. And one more time, the date, time, and location.
Yes, so you can find this at the StanfordPartnership.org/tech-FWD. StanfordPartnership.org/TECH-FWD for Tech Forward. And the first class will be on July 5th. We are recruiting for the next couple of weeks. And we're looking for people who would like to learn these tools and to meet some people who are in the learning mode as well, and help you jumpstart your career or your small business.
Mr. Reynolds, thanks so much. And as always, we'll have you on again.
We appreciate the opportunity to talk about this program.
Thank you.
Take care.
Dr. Lopkin, our viewers are moving to more of just the Carnivore Bites. Good first edition.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back. Well, we'll be back for you can
week.
always go to the website, and we'll be back next Wednesday.
We'll see you then.
Take care.
You've been listening to Carnivore Bites, part of the Exvadio podcast network. You can catch us every week on carnivoreradio.com, exvadio.com/podcasts, the Apple Podcast Store, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever you find podcasts.